What is going on, everybody? It is the Broke Boys back again with another video. Today we got a goddamn special matchup between SSG Trunks, piloted by me, and that boy Son Gohan, piloted by the boy. Is that Blix Crane?
You already know who the freak it is, man. How y'all doing, man? Y'all already know what we need y'all to do. Is like, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on notifications, because y'all know we got more heat coming y'all. Wait. So without further ado, let's get right into this daggone thing, bro. So, how about you start, bro? Tell us about that SS God making a return to the meta.
Oh, bro, return coming in high, bro. This was one of my most favorite decks back when it came out in Roman the Gods. And, I used to play with the Mirror Unison. But now, you got to put a Supreme Kai because of that new support, man. Because it's a one-cost Kai. You tap one, remove it from the warp from the game. And then you will bottom deck one card from hand, take up the 2 life, and you play a Unison, the Supreme Kai Unison, either from warp or hand, bro, for 1 energy with 2 markers on it.
Yeah, that's pretty
so that's like, so you never miss out on Unison. Either if you warp it, it's a hand, you always playing it for sure on turn 2.
Right, and I know that was a pretty strong, effect for SSG Trunks, considering the fact that that deck warp is basically a second hand anyway. So even when you losing, you really ain't losing.
Exactly, bro. And this deck just filters like crazy, bro. If you're warping, drawing 2, you swing, warp, draw 2. It's just, you go through your deck pretty fast.
Yeah, and your hand masses gets pretty large, pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Unisys is beautiful. But tell us about that new boy, the new spice in town.
All right, look. Let me just start off by saying, green is back, baby. And Lord have mercy. It's been a long time coming, to be completely honest with y'all. Gohan so far has been a really strong, rather consistent deck for me playing. I started playing it on untap. Then when I got it in hand, I just felt that power. Just for people that don't know much about the deck just yet, the leader on his front side, when he swings, he looks at top 5 as a green sand to your hand. So when it says a green sand, that's any sand. So if you're running that new Goku SCR, you could potentially search that out and grab it.
That's
right. And then, the field card Hyperbolic Time Chamber, it's nothing really like too crazy about it. It definitely has the great permanent that if you have a Gohan underneath, your Son Gohan leader gets a 5k boost. Unfortunately, you only get the boost on its front side, but it doesn't really matter. You're basically just staying at 15 for the most part anyway. And then, it has the activate main if all your energy is green, now changed to mono green. And this card is in active mode. You can play 1 card from under it, and then you add up to 2 cards from your life to your hand. So it can help you kind of turbo awaken a little bit if you wanted to. So potentially, if you wanted to play something different from underneath, you don't necessarily have to play the Goku to awaken like the leader specifies. It's either 4 or less life, where you have a Goku showing the results of training in play. You awaken, restand 1, draw 1, go down to 6 if you're not already there. Actually, I lied. Nope, I didn't lie. I know I was right.
I'm gonna say, bro.
So,
and speaking of go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just about to say, the key way to doing that is playing the Z Battle card, 1-drop Goku. He places either a Gohan. You switch to the field card to rest mode, place either a Gohan or a Goku showing results of training underneath, and then you can place the other one from drop underneath your field card. So it kind of helps you set up for your whole play, and then it KOs a battle card 3 or less. That was it.
Okay. And you seeing this game, we just setting up some awakening plays, bursting into the warp, trying to get my sands in there because I need 5 or more, or be at 4 or less. But typically you're rarely doing that 4 or less unless you're really getting pressure and aggro down, or you just can't find your, you just got some bad mills basically.
Yeah.
because I did a one little test match where I milled like 3 extra cards and 2 unisons. I said, okay,
Such a great way to start off.
Yeah. But it just comes down to deck building. So if your deck is mostly consists of sands, you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is my turn too. I'm just trying to build out warp up. And this is kind of a mistake to tap out against Gohan unless you plan on awakening to get that energy up. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking this is turn 2. I should be safe as if I'm going first. But I believe in this game, you went first. This should be your turn 3.
Right.
Where you kind of do some shenanigans, you know, little green good stuff here.
Yeah, and like it's just one clear thing, you know, about this deck, man. Like it starts off a little slow, just a little bit. It's mainly set up your first 2 turns, and then turn 3 is where you can really start to, you know, play more cards. You can, you know, go into your awakening. You can do a number of things to, you know, basically punish your opponent if you need to. So at the start of my turn 3, it's always best to swing with the front side of your leader, because your leader on the back side does not draw on swing. He only draws when you combo. So, you know, you want to get that little extra draw in by swinging on your front side. And, you know, you're at 15 anyway if you still have your Gohan underneath your field card. So, you know, why not get your little swing off, get your little boost, and you know, add another card to your hand.
And I figured I'd go ahead and just block that attack, because I know this deck has a lot of ways to KO battle cards very easily. So I said, let's just utilize the blocker while we can.
Right. And here you see, like, I played the TP 8. Yeah, I believe it's a Vegeta. Yeah, it's a grade 8 Vegeta Last Ditch Transformation. I know a lot of people probably seen these in the top winning builds. Basically has activate main limit 1. Pay 1 green if a field extra is in a player's battle area. Play this card from your hand, and because, you know, I start with a green extra card, of course, at that point I can play it out for free. I mean, for 1. It has critical and blocker, and it's a 19k. So definitely a great card for some pressure to put out.
Oh, for sure, bro. You was trying to eat that bad boy. I said, Luckily, I had some super combos, because, man, that would have sucked.
Mm-hmm. And then back to the cool effect of the field card. Activate main. Free play a card from underneath, which in this case I played the Goku, so I can get my early awaken. The Goku, when he comes into play, he gains a 10k boost, and he has barrier. So of course you play him. That's a 24k swing you can use there. And then he has an activate main where you pay 1 green and you pop him to the drop, and then you play the Gohan off from underneath the field card as well, and you draw a card. So it's basically helping fill that hand up a little bit, because like I said, you start off slow, so you don't even really draw that much. And when you play the Gohan out, he KOs a battle card, like Kim was saying. It comes out it comes out easily, and it just KOs a battle card. So really easy to play. And then when you swing with him, the auto on your leader triggers. When you swing with a Son Gohan battle card, you combo a 0 cost 5k combo card from your drop. And then the auto on the 4-drop Gohan is if you combo a Goku showing the results of training, which is the card you pop to the drop to play the Gohan, you remove 2 markers from unison. So definitely got some unison kill there. It's a 20k body already, plus, you know, you getting the combo to take it to 25. And then, like I said, from comboing, the leader lets you bottom deck a card and draw 2. So it's definitely just kind of filling up your hand.
And I believe here you activated main, or no. You're playing a Z battle card.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
And Son Spicy hits the drop area, and you pay that Z energy cost.
Yeah, that little added little spice that I honestly decided to put in the deck not really last minute, but it was like definitely a last addition to the deck which is Koitsukai. Man, just being able to utilize it, you combo it, put it in your Z energy, use it to pay for a Z battle card, put it in drop. It's in drop, and once it's in there, that's something your opponent gotta watch out for. And I know a lot of y'all know about Koitsukai. Tap 1, remove it from game. You can bottom deck up to 2 cards. If you bottom deck up, whatever you bottom deck, you draw those cards back, so it lets you see more of your deck. And then if your opponent plays a card 20k power or less, then they have to, discard or warp 2 cards, I believe.
Yeah, warp 2.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting.
Yes, I love it. And I love the fact that Z energy is colorless. Otherwise, that wouldn't have worked.
Right. But we seem to have survived a little turn 3 pressure. I'm go back to my turn with about 5 life.
Mm-hmm.
So on turn 3 is ideally where you want to awaken, because you can do a little bit of a power play if your opponent taps out. By using the other promo, that 8 cost that has triple strike and barrier, which you pay for 1 after evolving on a Trunks Xeno with an energy cost of 5. So you just tap 2, play the dual attack Trunks from Warp. Then you will tap 1. Well, first you'll swing twice. Tap 1 to evolve over it. Well, Xeno Evolve will trigger. It will attempt to send to the Warp, but it gets removed from game, yada yada, whatever. But then you swing in a 30k triple, which is like potentially 5 damage.
Yep.
On turn 3.
Really strong. Just really strong altogether. And I believe here, like, I was trying to like buy my time, not try to use up too many resources, and because I know that you can play something really strong really easily, and it'll hurt my behind badly.
Yeah. And here I would like to press you hard, but you kind of got a board on me. I don't know, you really could pop off turn 4. So I'm debating, like, what's the best way to kind of get rid of your board. And maybe pressuring you as well, but it can't be too greedy out here. So I think here, what do we do?
Yeah, you played your Trunks, that 5 drop.
Gotcha. And then Unison auto trigger when I play a card from the Warp. I'll draw, again, a marker. Beautiful. And then we awaken. Untap, draw 1.
Look, man. That hand of yours was getting way too big for my comfort.
It can get pretty thick. But, I mean, you kind of helped me out by freaking smacking my face in.
It wasn't even that bad. I did 3 damage to you.
Hey, man, that was enough, bro. I didn't want to take all that, to be real.
You should have took the critical swing, I swung.
I'm good. And this is why we don't run Vegeta Super Combo in this deck, man, because you don't always get the 4 life.
Right.
And here at this stage, it's kind of awkward because I have to, like, manually take my own life with a Vegeta. Trust me, guys. Go 10 is the way.
Go 10 Super Combo. All counts off your Warp, don't it?
Yep. As long as you got 5 or more cards in your Warp, you could draw.
So it's
live. 10k off rip.
Live turn 2.
Pretty much.
Overpowered if you ask me, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, don't sweat my good name out here.
Look at you. Drawing more. Warping more. I don't like it.
And I believe I just warped the new Gohan.
Yeah, the SGR.
And I comboed him. So here I'm swinging at one of his battle cards. Combo to Gohan, he lets it die. And I'm like, I low-key want to tap 1. Because the auto, when you add it to your Z energy, you could tap 1 and warp a 4 or less. Which is pretty strong. But I think there might be another way to get rid of your board without warping with that.
I mean, not to mention, you also got the 1 cost on your leader. Spirit Boost 1. Warp a card anyway.
Yeah. And it also fills my drop area up, so I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Then here with this plus to warp up to 3 cards on the top of my deck. I choose to let it just chill at 2. Here, just hold you over.
So if you didn't see what you possibly would have wanted to see, which was probably that big body, would you warp that next card?
What you mean the A drop on your deck?
Nah, that Trunks. Like if you didn't warp the Trunks just then when you burst.
I'm sorry, what was the question? I'm confused.
Would you have went ahead and warped like for your burst on your Unison? Would you have gone ahead and bursted one more card if you didn't burst basically the card you really wanted to see?
Nah. After I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's all I needed. We're pretty much good because you don't want to get too greedy and just keep bursting your deck and then just lose by deck out.
I mean, that feels nice to me.
Oh, so well.
And then you went ahead and brought out the Tenacious Me to, kind of hold me back from really being able to go crazy on my next turn.
And I had to, bruh. I saw that Kalissa kind of get dropped, and I was like, I can't rely on like Pan or Kai. That's gonna hurt my hands a little too much, man. So I figured a nice solid negate against your big battle card swing if you got one, and then maybe defend like a double strike from your leader if you're Z Awaken.
Right.
I know the pressure you could put on.
Yeah, I was trying not to take too many hits, but I was like, like I said, let's not overextend myself to protect, because I mean I don't mind going down to 4.
Right. Because I believe the 16 takes you on the 4 to Z Awaken anyway, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you don't mind too much.
Nope.
But I was trying to see.
Go ahead.
I was just trying to see how much I could pressure you if I get some cards out your hand. Maybe. I don't know. It depends how you're feeling.
Yeah, and I was feeling not doing that. Yeah, I think here your hand was pretty large.
Yeah, I think I had like around 14 cards or such.
Yeah. And I was like, it's just mainly because you don't have to play anything really from hand. You play everything from warp. All you're doing is just drawing, just filling your hand up.
Feels pretty good around, I'm gonna lie.
And like a lot of times I normally be thinking to try to kill your Unison for the most part. But I think I possibly just tried to swing face as much as I could.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, if my Unison goes to warp or drop, I could theoretically get it right back out pretty easily if I got another Kai chilling in the warp.
And I believe you did too.
Yep, that was like, I bursted another one on my second turn, I believe. So if you're not bottom decking or like removing it from game, what's coming back with a freaking a vengeance, my boy? But it's pretty balanced. You got to still pay energy for it and bottom deck a card, so it ain't too crack, you know what I'm saying?
Right, I get what you're saying. Here I believe I was just kind of trying to debate, because I was like, I only have one swing with a battle card this turn. So, my whole thought process was, since he removed my board, let's kind of return the favor.
And then when Trunks get removed, he's removed from game. Hence why I placed him under my leader.
Yeah. That's actually a pretty nice way to have a setup. I like that.
Yeah, bro, I saw some of these YouTubers doing that. I was like, you know what? I might have to steal that idea from them.
Yeah, I believe I swung at your unison to go ahead and make you to basically try to get your unison down. I can't completely tell how many markers you got. You're down to 2 now, so because I think he was at 4. And
I
that
think so.
Gohan's auto, fantabulous.
Tell the folks what that thing do, man.
And that Gohan freaking auto, man. When I combo a Goku results of training, I think I said this earlier. The auto automatically removes 2 markers from your opponent's unison. So that's a pretty strong effect. And pairing that up with the leader, I just got to combo that for free. I could combo from hand if I wanted to, but I just combo it for free.
That's the best way to do it, man. Save your cards in hand.
Yeah. Here I went ahead and played my boy. That boy 16.
The bull with, I think, the flat fan barrier.
Yeah. Nah, he don't have barrier. He just has deflect.
Right, but so I can't stop now.
Yeah, but he has a permanent that his skills can't be negated. And that's only if you and your opponent have a total of 4 more energy. And then his permanent is if your leader's a SS Son Gohan, the results of fatherly training, which is the backside, and this card will leave your battle area. Place up to 1 SS2 Son Gohan, trigger the Fierce Rage, which is Z Awakening, from under this card because Z stacks that card. And you place it on your leader, and you go down to 4 if you aren't already there. And then the auto is when your opponent plays a card, or at the end of your opponent's turn, you may KO this card. So it gives you the choice. You can either go ahead and trigger it as soon as they place a card on field, or you can go ahead and you do it at the end of your turn, at the end of your opponent's turn.
That's some pretty crazy flexibility right there, man.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. I like the fact that it gives you the choice, because if it wasn't a choice, your opponent could easily just go ahead and tap 1, play a little 1-drop, draw a card, make it pop it. Because he's also a blocker as well, so it kind of could save you from an attack. Here I believe was the play where I dormanted it on one of your swings, on your leader swing, and I know you was like, dang, I wasn't expecting to dormant.
I really wasn't, man. Everybody is all on that Gohan negate, bro. I saw their run. I was like, dormant.
And it's really cool that, because it doesn't stop the attack, you can dormant first, pitch in a card, and then block. So because it was going to be removed from the battle area from being attacked, I can go ahead and be able to trigger my Z Awaken. But I wanted to draw off of my leader, so I went ahead and comboed a card, bottom deck 1 and drew 2, and then let my Z battle card die, and went ahead and Z Awaken.
That boy doing some shenanigans on me. I don't like that.
Yeah. And then this is an unfortunate part in the game, guys. He dropped that Cumber SCR on me.
I'm picking at that life, baby. I said, what's the best thing to war? I think this is gonna be kind of nice.
And I know what you saw in war, but we'll tell the people after the game on what you saw in war.
Oh, your life?
Yeah, what you saw in my life.
Yeah, I saw some goodies in there, boy. And I said, okay. We're gonna go ahead and just grab that Gohan that we got rid of earlier, and now we got a pretty stacked board.
I felt disrespected by it, to be honest with y'all. you go again, doing some more shenanigans that I don't like. And just for the people that may not know, let us know tell us what that comer does, man.
Oh, the comer? Oh, okay. Let me fact check myself real quick. I forgot the energy requirement on that bad boy. I know it's a tap 2 you play from the warp. But let me see some. Where is that bad boy at? If your opponent has 3 or more energy, you play this card from hand or warp. Then you can choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and send it to the warp. Okay. When this bad boy is played, its auto is, if your opponent's life is at 2 or more, when this card is played, look at your opponent's life, send 1 card with an energy cost of 7 or less. So it could be battle, extra, it don't even matter. But 7 or less from it, and you send it to the warp, then your opponent, of course, shuffles their life, and you'll play 1 battle card with the energy cost of 7 or less from the warp in your battle area with a skill negated for the game. And then, that's not even the freaking icing on the cake, bro. Because even after all that, here's another auto once per turn. When your opponent plays a battle card with an energy cost of 7 or less, you may send one of your battle cards to its owner's warp. If you do, gain control of the played card. Yep. So, because it doesn't say choose the card, and you just automatically get words. Let me slow down. Because it doesn't say choose, even if it has barrier, you can gain control of that card. But the catch is your opponent can bait it out by playing a card 7 or less that they don't care about. Mm-hmm. So either way it goes, you're getting control of that first card as long as you get a card in your battle area that you can warp, and that card is 7 or less. So sadly, we don't gain control of SCRs because that would be broken.
Man, that'd be so broken.
But the card is still cracked nonetheless.
Yeah, because it also doesn't negate their skills, right?
That's true. It also doesn't negate their skills on that auto.
So, and at this point, now I'm in a mindset of how can I play around this freaking strong behind card? Because I'm like, depending on what I got in hand, depending on what I can play, I got to worry about that Joker. So, I tried to do a little, I decided to do a little finesse.
What's they got a little something for you?
So I went ahead, I free played the Goku from underneath. And of course, he made his auto trigger. He warped my Gohan and took my Goku.
Yeah. He was a 24 cast. We don't want that around here.
And I think you were at 3 or 4 life, maybe 3.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
I think he was at 4.
I want to say I'm at 4 just because I believe in myself. Then here you go. Activating that goddamn koi.
I had to do it. Because I know you got token negates. You got Pan. You got Kai. I mean, it's just the plethora of cards that you play. Ugh. And you had 3 energy up?
Yeah.
Well, like 2.
Oh, I definitely have 2 up. At least.
So then I was just like, ugh. And then leader effect is to activate main, pitch a card from hand, and draw 2.
Broken, bro. This man got double quake in the drop.
Sometimes you gotta do your thing, you know what I mean?
Look at me, bro. Like, this nigga done quake me, bro. He finna go in. He finna clap my cheeks.
I don't know about that. Then I'm sitting there. I'm looking at my koi. I'm thinking. I say, you know what? Let's go ahead and put a double koi on him. I think you had a big hand, so I was like, let's see if we can eat it up a little bit. I think I got 5 energy.
giggling about it with the boy Brando Band on the side.
Well, you got that. Come on, man. Double quake. I said, I think two is too easy for him. We got to take a little more.
That man said, if I want to play anything on the board during his turn, I'm going to be whooping 4.
Yep. And then the Z leader, Gohan, he has double strike. He's a 20k. And then his auto is when your mono green Son Gohan childhood attacks, which is any card with Son Gohan childhood in it. Any mono green ones anyway. You may use up to one mono green Son Goku with 10k power or less from your drop in a combo with his skills negated for the turn. If you do negate this skill for the turn. So it's a one time that you get a little extra free super combo from your drop. Pretty strong.
It's pretty crap.
And I swung a double. I can't remember what you did. Oh yeah, you had a bunch of super combos. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
Disrespectful. They comboed my own card.
Hey, bro, he gonna be a little weenie on my turn around you. Yeah, Goten's so freaking clutch, man.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay. That's like we got 2 super combos out in his hand. I believe you warped 1 in this match. So I was like, he got maybe 1 more. He had 4 life. I said I may got some shenanigans I could potentially do. So I was just like, you know what? We're gonna go for it. So I played the 8 drop here. And even though he had 2 energy up, I said if he has it, he has it. If he doesn't, then great. And just so y'all know, the card that I'm thinking about is freaking Petrification, where he just spits on you, negates those skills, even pending autos are gone. Sucks, man. It sucks.
It's pretty disgusting. One of my favorite cards in black, man.
Yep. So
they got a big boss monster just
right. Disrespectful. I don't like it. And like here, I was just like, please tell me he don't got it. But I was like, I don't think he does, because normally if he did, he would have did it all rip. So you token negate.
Yeah. And then we're just trying to go down the list of effects that happen.
Oh yeah.
Gohan had the pending auto. I think it's if I have at 3 or more life, you will crit 1.
Yeah.
But I believe since I was at 3
at
already, and I token the game down to 2 now.
Right.
But since I played a body, I gotta warp like 4 cards, which is trash.
Yeah. So I said, we're gonna get the SCR up out of that too.
Oh yeah, and I discard 1 for your big boy too.
Yep. So instead of you just warping 4, you warped 4 and lost 1 extra. So you lost 5 cards in hand.
Broken, if you ask me.
Yeah, man, it was pretty great. I loved it all. And then I had to pass. And then I remember that we ended up laughing after this because I asked how many cards you had in hand. I think you still had like 10. So it was like, it didn't even really hurt you that much.
You had a pretty stacked hand. That hurt me, bro. That did hurt me.
Man, I ain't never wanted to cry until that day. It was just like, dang, I ate his hand up and it still ain't enough.
Bro, me should have quadruple rebrand me, bro.
If I could, I would have. But you warped 1 of them, I believe, from life.
Yeah. I need you going too crazy on me, bro.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, the main reason why I run Koitsukai is because I feel like the meta now is a lot of battle card negates, battle card counterplays. You know, like a lot of floodgates are battle cards, especially blue in particular. You know, they have DMag, so you know you can use DMag in place of 17. But if 17 is all you have in hand, you want to floodgate your opponent so they can't keep swinging at you. Then I feel like Koi is definitely a really good card to play. I was also thinking about running Focus Breakthrough because it pops 3 costs to the drop. But I was like, I gotta be at 4 or less for that. And then I'm not really necessarily hurting my opponent at that point. So, you know, I feel like Koi is a really strong card because it'll make them second guess playing a floodgate. Because as soon as if I tap one, I say, oh yeah, Koi. So now, say they got 4 or 5 cards in hand, they need to floodgate me to survive. They tap one and play that. Then depending on the floodgate, some floodgates you have to pitch for. So at that point, that could possibly kill your whole hand, or you're losing 2 cards out of hand to floodgate me. And depending on the floodgate, it may not even hurt me to the point where I couldn't kill you. So that was one of the main reasons why I was like, I think Koi Sakai is definitely a good card in the deck. And then using leader effect, you can pitch it just like Reaper, pitch it to the drop and then use it in drop. So really strong.
Yeah, and theoretically, if you're a real floodgate type of deck, it's like a 1 cost rebrand in their perspective. So that's pretty crack, bro. Not to mention you can't even use the board against that.
Yep, this is going to work. Yeah, I believe here, you know, Cam was like, I'm gonna go for the Hail Mary. I think I had 3 lives, so he tried to swing that triple strike at me. But of course I had to Gohan negate. You know, you gotta use that, guys. You gotta use it. That Gohan negate is a freaking really strong negate, especially in this deck.
Bruh.
If you're at 4 or less life, you tap 1, negate the attack. Well, you can negate it. You can use it earlier on, but it has a limit on. If you're at 4 or less life, you discard a card from hand. If you do, your opponent can't attack unless they add 1 card from their hand to their Z energy. And then the permanent is you may activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost by discarding 1 green card from your hand. And then the auto, if your leader is a green Son Gohan Childhood, when you activate this card's counter skill from your hand, draw a card. So it basically you tap 1, negate the attack, you get to floodgate them by pitching a card, and then you automatically draw a card back. So it's really great, really great. I love it.
Yeah, that card's pretty disrespectful, bro, because usually floodgates have, you know, a decent way of interacting with them because they get played, they ensure their little effect. But Gohan says, nah, bro, I got an extra card floodgate. So really most decks not even touching this.
Yep.
Unless you got some form of counter, which not every deck has.
Right. And then, of course, you got that nice TP Vegeta. I finally got one, guys. Finally got one. That TP Vegeta is really, that deck is crap. I'm gonna be honest. That you can overram it, and I think you warp a card off the field.
Yes, sir.
And then if you have a GT Goku, which is the Xeno Goku that's the Beyond All Limits he has in play, he can tap 1 and play it from hand, I believe, right?
Yeah, as long as a Xeno Goku with 30k power or more, you can activate main, you have 3 or more energy to play it, and then he gains critical for that turn.
Right. So now he have critical swing, 30k, ugh.
It's beautiful, I know, right?
Hurts my heart a little bit.
Not gonna lie, it's one of my favorite cards. And why I enjoy playing Trunks right now.
Yep, and that's why that thing is going in. It's in Supreme Kai. You already know what's going on.
Ugh. You ain't worry about that girl Kai, bro. The guys in town, he's taking over in black.
That I can't doubt you on. So I believe you're at 2 life here. I didn't. I think I just barely kind of survived that little onslaught you had going on, and I can't remember how many cards you have in hand. I don't think
It looked about 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah. Sort of, kind of looks a little close.
Yeah, when I was shuffling, I tried to count it.
Yeah. And so here I tap one. I believe I played the Radis. It's also a TP.
Yep.
If you give me a second, I'll be able to read it off to y'all folks. Radis pulling ahead. Auto, when this card deals damage to your opponent, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to their warp. Then your opponent sends one card from their hand to the warp. So it's like you took the hit, great, but now you still get to lose a card, so your hand don't get bigger.
Right.
And then he has an activate main limit 1, pay 1 green. If your opponent has 2 or more energy, play this card from hand. So turn 2, you get tap 1 and play him. He's a 20k. And, you know, that auto is actually pretty strong. But you also, you know, you really like the 1-drop 20k bodies because it kind of gives you a little bit of a boost, you know, against your opponent. Just a little extra swing. And then he has activate main, pay 1 green and 1 regular energy. If you have 4 more energy and you KO this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO it, then play up to 1 red-green multicolored Vegeta or Nappa with 20k power or less from your hand. And that effect you don't really need in this deck because, you know, I don't run this build red-green, but it's definitely a pretty decent card, pretty strong effects and stuff.
And then here, you swung on my leader with the 20k. Made it 25, and I was like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pop 2 Z Energy, Spirit Boost to Z Awaken.
Yeah.
For free.
For free.
Yeah. So it made me a 20k, so all I needed was about 10k more of combo power.
Yep.
Which I used to get the attack and also Z charge.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that Z lead is pretty cracked, man. Because I also have the activate main, use Spirit Boost 1, send 2 black battle cards from your warp to your drop, warp a card, and if you got a Supreme card, something the Empire Unison, you know, the one we got in play that comes with the deck, card gains 5k and double strike for the turn.
Right.
So, you know, pretty cracked. Sad we had to let her die there, but we got the Spirit Boost out the way, so it ain't too bad.
Right. So you're all good. I think I played, what was that, Jiren? I think?
Yeah.
Blend in. Yeah, that Jiren is a really strong card, man. Somebody play a Unison. Say somebody drop the Boo Unison on you, right? They have 4 markers, and you got more than enough Z energy. You tap 2, pay 2 energy costs. He has Deflect. When he's played, choose up to one of your green battle cards with an energy cost of 5 or less, and it can't be removed from your battle area by the opponent's skill to the end of their turn. So they can't even trigger that auto to bottom deck it. And then you activate main, you place any number of your Z energy in the owner's drop. Choose up to one of your opponent's unisons and remove a marker from it for each Z energy placed in the drop by this skill. Additionally, if you place 2 or more Z energy in the drop by this skill, this card gets 10k power and double strike for the turn.
Wild.
So in this case, you have, I think, 1 marker on your unison. I went ahead. No, you had 2 markers. I went ahead and pitched 2 Z energy, removed those 2 markers to kill it, and then he gained the 10k and double strike. And at that point, he's a 25k double at your leader. So gotta eat that hand up a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did. I'm sitting here like, okay, how are we gonna survive this man's onslaught, bro? Because he's going bananas.
I gotta try to go a little ballistic. I think he panned me on this swing too.
Possibly.
So at that point, then I really had to start being a little smart about myself.
I did. I see the parent. Yeah, I did. She's a great floodgate, but she's also a neg too because you're playing her from your hand. You also have to warp one when she hits board.
Right.
So it's pretty costly, man. But she's also pretty strong. So you just gotta know when to play her.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I only had 3 cards in hand, so at that point he was like, okay, he got one more swing with a battle card. I still had my leader swing, and so you was trying to add on my hand while I was trying to deplete yours.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
No, you got that thinking face on.
Bro, this is a real thinking game, bro. Like the stakes was high, bro. I don't want to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know I can't underestimate my boy. Because you're always pulling some type of shenanigans off the woodwork, bro.
Shenanigans? I don't know what you mean, brother. And it's kind of funny because there's actually a card. I'm not sure if I placed it in a drop or not, if we've seen it. But I actually run some other little shenanigans in the deck just because that could kind of be a little bit of pressure. And that's that they gonna overround Trunks, the new overround Trunks 6-drop. He got dual attack, 19K.
Yeah.
But that pan definitely put a thorn in that. Put a pin in that. It was like, nah, I can't do that. I ain't even gonna have enough to swing twice. So
I wish you would have did that.
You said what?
I wish you would have did that.
Nah.
All on my face.
Yeah. And I think, what'd you do? You survived because you comboed that Goku that give you that little 10K boost. And then you play him on my side of the field.
Yes, sir. I think you got a freaking... There's a glare, bro. I didn't know the glare was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. Here, I just went ahead. I said, we'll go ahead and play the boy. And then, at that point, I was like thinking about his hand because I think he had 1 card in hand. And then I knew you like take a life and then you bottleneck a card from hand. So it left you with 1. And so I was like, okay, he got 1 card in hand. My autos trigger. I went ahead and comboed. Really didn't matter the combo, but I got the KO that big body with barrier, and then it makes you discard a card. So that last card you had in hand just gets to go on ahead and sit and chill in the drop.
Now I'm out here booty sheet naked, boy.
And so I just went ahead and swung with leader, and that was it.
Tear, Trunks didn't win this time, but hey, if I want to go down to anyone, I'm glad it's my boy, you know what I'm saying?
That was a freaking good game. It was strong all the way through. I mean, I feel like neither one of us really made any bad plays that changed the game dramatically, not dramatic. And the card I was talking about, y'all, that he saw in my life, it was SCR. It was freaking Wicked Sands, guys. Wicked Sands is my SCR choice in this deck. Now, before y'all be like, ugh, nobody likes Wicked Sands. Bro, Wicked Sands is a freaking SCR I play out for 2. If you don't have 4 cards to switch to rest mode when it's played, if you don't have 4 cards to switch to rest mode, you pitch 2, and he a dual attacker? And he's searchable because it's a Saiyan? The pressure is there, guys. The pressure is there.
Don't sleep on it.
But that's going to be the end of the video. We hope y'all enjoyed. Remember, like, subscribe, share them with your friends, all that good stuff. And yeah, man. You got anything you want to say to the people, Cam?
Man, SSG is the GOAT. But grind like our broke boy. Peace.